Hey guys, how are you doing? Welcome back to the channel, and every time we meet is Friday, and then tomorrow is what we're looking for is the end of the week. So weeks you have peaceful weekend first, right? Then today actually I should done this video 2 weeks before, right? Because one of the readers actually asked me few weeks ago to compare match and then on the Bumble. So today we will use about 20 minutes to have a quick analysis on the match and then on the Bumble. And for Bumble, she will announce her 2021 first quarter performance on next month. So actually, personally, I like in the point of view of investment, I like match better. I like match more. But actually Bumble is it's like young girl, right? It's just young girl and just go to IPO just for a short time. And match is quite launched on the market for a long time already. It should be more than 12 years. More than 12 years, right? But actually match has a lot of applications. Many years before, let's go back to 2006. I know match is you have to work, you have to use it on the PC. There's no app. But now there's no PC, right? There's no PC, then you can use the app anywhere. So actually it changed it quite a lot. And then let us have a quick comparison between match and Bumble. And then Falcon portfolio today is 15 months. It dropped a bit yesterday because actually yesterday Dow Jones and Nasdaq drops because of the tax issue from President Biden. Then let us take a quick look first, and then we will talk about match compared to Bumble. So if you have any stock want me to analyze, or you have any discussion, then you can leave your comment under the YouTube, or you can directly send email to me by usstockmarketweekly@gmail.com. So I use this one, is a quite pink and then quite lovely, right? Then you can see actually on the screen there is the famous applications from match. And then match is the mother company, right? And actually there's a match, I think is the oldest one, right? And then there's a Hinge and OkCupid. Actually it should call Cupid. All right? And then Plenty of Fish, something like that. Quite lovely, huh? This is the Falcon 350,000 portfolio. Then right? And you can see clearly on the screen that this year it increased 6%. I think it's okay because actually this year, no matter Hong Kong, no matter America, just right? Not very good, not very bad. Actually, some of the tech stock dropped a lot, and you can see AMD dropped 4%, right? AMD, whatever is TSM and Nvidia, it doesn't matter. I'm looking for long term, right? As far as it doesn't have structural problem, then it's okay to me. And then today, Falcon 350,000 portfolio is 15 months already, not 14. 15 months already. So you can see Dow Jones dropped a lot yesterday, right? It dropped 300 points. Nasdaq, nearly in same ratio, it dropped about nearly 1%. So actually it's because Biden will increase the tax on the rich people, and then from his saying then he will use that money to fund the child care and education. This sounds good, right? I don't know. Sounds good. Sounds for a good reason. But let's see the details. And the details divided to two parts. The first part is then America defined that if you earn more than $1 million a year, then you're rich people. I think if you earn 1 million US dollar per year, then you are not an employee. Maybe you are the boss yourself, or you're doing investment, something like that. Then if you are rich people, and then President Biden will seek the new tax for including a double on the capital gains tax, a double. I think this part only affect the rich people, right? I think this part, because you can see clearly it is because of the capital gains on your money invested, on your money invested, right? If you say, if you invest in stock, and then you earn 1 million, then maybe you have to pay for the capital gain. That means if you have used 10 million to earn 12 million, then for that extra 2 million, you have to pay the double tax, right? I think that is what it is, right? That's what we call the capital gains, right? From your capital is 10 million. And another one is for the affecting a lot of company. It proposed raising the top marginal income tax rate to 39.6% from 37 to 37%. It's for the top marginal income tax rate. So, right, is I don't know, because now it's at a hard time, right? Now is at the hard time, because America is just recovering from the pandemic, and then this level it was cut to 37% by Donald Trump in 2017. So, right, and the proposals are in line with Biden's campaign promises to raise taxes on the wealthy, but not on household earning less than 400,000. If you earn less than 400,000, it won't affect you. All right. So, but no matter what, it will shake. It will shake the stock market. So it dropped a lot yesterday. Okay, we goes into the discussion of Match and then Bumble. So you can see those are very famous. We call it socializing platform. We call it socializing platform applications. That's what we call. And then you can see those are very famous one. We all know that Match. You know that, right? Tinder, OkCupid, Hinge. And then Pairs. Pairs is for Japan. And then Our Time is for elderly people like me. And then there is Back People Meet. So there's a lot too. We know that, right? So it's a lot of the socializing platform app under the Match group. So we can see Match stock price history in the past 1 year is nearly stunned, right? Nearly stunned. It's not moving. It's because actually in 2020, its profit dropped a lot if compared to 2019. But when we examine the 2020 performance, one quarter by one quarter is recovering. That's the most important issue. And then you can see that actually the price to earning ratio is only 70. Not very bad. Much better than Bumble. But of course Bumble is new, right? Take a look on the reasons. AU is the active user. That means you pay. Active user. There's two kinds of users. One kind of user is you are pay. And then another kind of user is you just frequently use it, but maybe you're not paying. Maybe you just pay when there's a response, then you pay. If no response, you will not pay. It's like that, right? So actually, even at the end of the pandemic, end of last year, the active user of socializing platforms still gets its energy. It still moves on. So you can see in Q4 of last year, the monthly active user of all the socializing platform, of all the socializing apps, still increased to 12.6%. But actually, it is quite strange because actually you can just talk. You can just talk on an email. Maybe you can just hi on the cell phone, on the mobile phone, but you can go out. You can't go out because there is the lockdown. So I don't know why. And Match is for age group about 35 years old or above. Middle age, right? Middle age. Still, we can call it teenager, but not very young. And then Tinder and Hinge is really for teenagers. Something like 15 to 20 something, right? And our time, as you can smell on the name, is for age over 50 years old people like me, right? But it doesn't matter because I have a wife, right? And for pair is for Asia and mainly is for Japan. You can go to your browser and then type in pairs, then you can see this is for Japan. Actually, the increment of the peoples, of the lovers, and they get to know each other on the socializing platform increased a lot. In 2009, it just turned 29%. You have to use your PC, right? In 2009, 2008, 2009, you have to use your PC, right? But in 1 year before, 2019, it increased to 39%. But it's not on the PC, it's on the mobile phone, it's on the app. And the market growth rate is about 9% per year, globally, excluding China, because China will not allow you to, right? But the degree of common is only still 5.7%. So actually, it makes a lot of room for Match and for Bumble. You know that actually, Match and Bumble is not only limited to America or Latin America. It also goes to Europe, Asia. Match to Asia is for ages already. Bumble still not, right? Anyone use Bumble? In Hong Kong, I don't know, right? Maybe some people do, but I don't know. So actually, the degree of common in the whole world is still low. It's just 5.7%, and it gives a lot of expansion room for both Match and Bumble. So all is now by cell phone. So maybe if you are a man, you may come across to a very beautiful lady in just a few seconds, right? Right, because like that, right? That is Tinder. So why we choose Match? Actually, Match is Match.com, right? From the very beginning, it's just the Match, and then it developed a lot of famous app. We call it very famous, the top 10 one, right? And it's because Tinder's market share in USA is already 40%. She, at that age group, she is the biggest one. And then in last year, the highest income application, excluding for the gaming, she is number one, right? She's number one, excluding for video game. And then for the top 10 socializing application, Match owns 6 of them. So that's the reason why I prefer Match, because you can say she gets successful already. But Bumble is tracing from the back. So let us take a quick look on Match 2020's finance data. It's in US dollar. The unit is billion. That means billion US dollar. You can see for the last fourth quarter of 2020, I have highlighted in red. It's the Q2. Q2 is just after the pandemic to start in America. You can see in Q2, very bad. Very, very bad. And the net income dropped to 6 million only. 6.6 million. And the net profit rate dropped to 12. From nearly 30, dropped to 12. And then the cash level dropped a lot. Maybe at the time she is also merging with Tinder. And then the long debt from Q1 increased a lot to Q2. And the free cash flow at the time, 0. But from Q3 and then just the end of 2020, Q4, you can see the restoring is come back. The recovering is come back. You can see the net income better. and then the net profit rate increased back to 21.66, not up to 29, but increasing, and the cash level better, and then the long debt nearly the same, and then the free cash flow increased. So actually from this data we can say Match is recovering in the Q4 of 2020, and we are also waiting for 2021's Q1 result. But actually when you compare 2020's net income to 2019, you can see still there is a big difference. 2019 is 55.5 million US dollar net income, but last year just 12.9 million, and then that's why the stock price, the share price, like stuck, freezing, not moving, because actually the net income dropped a lot. And I have roughly calculated by my own method. So each year's the debt plus the interest that Match need to pay back, because it has the long debt, right? It's about 0.54 billion US dollar. And then now each year's profit and on-hand cash total is 1.3 billion. So still is okay for Match finance. So actually we are expecting the income of Match restore to pre-pandemic level in when? Not the Q1 and Q2. I think it's Q3 to Q4. That's what I think. So if Q1, that means 2021's Q1, it keep on restoring, it keep on recovering, I may buy in Match. I may buy in because it has the profit. It catch my eyes because it's the biggest one, and then it has the profit. So let's take a quick look on the Bumble. You can see the Bumble share price right now is at the new lowest price level, right? So just 58, and then it dropped it from 75 to 58, and then there is no PE ratio. There's no PE ratio. And Bumble will announce her first quarter 2021 result on May 12th. May 12th, few weeks time. So actually we are looking for that. But I think, and only I think, is we all know that Bumble's the CEO Whitney is from Tinder, and then she left Tinder on 2014, maybe Abundant, I don't know, right? And then she accompanied with BlackRock, and then established Bumble, and then last year go to IPO. She has famous word is ladies makes the first move for Bumble, but I think it's just a gimmick, right? It doesn't matter, right? I think Bumble needs to solve the market overlapping phenomenon with Match and Tinder. They have a lot of things they overlapping. Age group, area, America, Latin America, and Europe. They have a lot of things that they overlap. That's the key problem. Let's take a quick look on Bumble's finance data, right? Bumble on last year, for the whole year, the revenue still alright, right? Still okay. It has 54.2 million revenue, and then increased it 11%. But it lost. It makes the market nervous. It lost because in 2019 it earns, although it not earning a lot, it just 8.58 billion US dollar, and all the people is expecting she is also earning in 2020, but in return she loses. She lost 11 million US dollar. So actually it's why her share price drops a lot. Let's take a look on the Q4. The revenue increased at 31%. So actually the revenue is increasing, right? because the whole year is increased at 11%, but Q4 increased at 31%. That means Q4 is move faster than the average. And then Bumble increased at, the breakdown is Bumble increased at 47%, and Bado increased at only 10%. And Bado's main area is Europe and Latin America. Of course, it still has the net loss. That means for the whole 2020 loss, we can understand because there's the pandemic, right? No use for me to pay because we can't go out. We can't hang out. We just can talk on the cell phone or may see each other's face, right? But we can't go out. So a lot of people is holding back for paying the money. So actually for the net loss on Q4 is 2.6 billion US dollar. And in last year, in 2019, it earns $1.7 billion. Why? It shocks a lot of investors. I think it's most probably because it has to because at the IPO it has to merge with Bado, and then the loss come like that, and then actually it has a lot of compensation with the employees for the shares, something like that. So actually, this May 12th, the announcement of the Q1 result is very important. So we just forget everything before. So it should have a positive for this quarter. If it still does not have a positive net income for Q1, then a lot of investor will lose its confidence. That's what I think. And the active user, 2.69 million, increased at 32%. Very good, right? And then Bumble increased at, for Bumble's part, increased at 42%. For Bado's part, increased at 25%. You can see Bado's active user has more people than Bumble. But Bumble's increment, no matter is in the revenue or in the active users numbers, is outweighing Bado. I don't know. I haven't used it before. So actually, I think Bumble need to think some way to avoid the overlapping problem with Match. Because now it seems completely overlapping with Match or Tinder. In the market, age group, the app, they need the same. It just lady moves first. I think it's just a gimmick. It doesn't matter, right? So actually, we are looking forward for both of them's result on, I think, should be May. And then if Match can keep its speed of recovering, most probably I will buy Match. Okay, then we share up to now, and then if you like this video, please give us a like, and then give us any comment then under the YouTube, or you can directly email to me. And then if you think this video is valuable, please share with your friends, and then remember to help me to press the subscribe and then the bell icon. Then for next time, whenever there is a new video upload, you will be automatically informed by YouTube. Okay, we share up to here, and then I wish you have a very peaceful weekend, and then let us see next week. Bye bye.